In this video we'll give you 3 tips to make a good first impression with a girl. So the first tip is take care of your appearance, but don't be too paranoid thinking that this will make the difference, okay? Because it's not about your look, okay? You can be as handsome as you want, but if you're not able to have a conversation with a girl, she will not be interested in you, okay? Being handsome will give you just 5 seconds more at the beginning of the conversation, okay? But if you're not providing also value, she will just say, oh, it was nice to meet you, but I actually have to go. Okay, so but take care of your appearance, because it's part of the first impression that you will have on the girl. So for example, take care of your hair, change for example haircut. I don't know, it's just an idea. You can renew your style by changing your haircut. You can try to have a different type of beard. If you never let your beard grow, try to let your beard grow. If you have the beard in a certain way, try to change it. Keep your beard more in order. Or if you always have the beard, try to shave it totally. Okay, just an idea. Just ideas to restyle yourself without making a plastic surgery. Okay. Which is not necessary, and actually I think it's stupid, because I had some other friends in the past that I remember one of them that he had a plastic surgery thinking that now this will solve my problems with women, and at the end it didn't solve anything, because if you're not improving in the confidence in yourself, making a plastic surgery will not make you feel different, okay? Because it's about okay, but now this is not the topic. I don't want to go in depth with this. So also try, for example, contact lenses. If you're wearing glasses, try contact lenses. There are very few people in the world that looks better with glasses than with contact lenses. I personally wear glasses, but when I have to show myself at my best, I don't use glasses. Okay, have you ever seen me in videos with glasses? No, because when I want to show myself at my best, so when I'm approaching women, when I'm going on a date, I will go or without nothing, without contact lenses, without glasses, or I will just wear contact lenses. So also take care of your skin, especially as you are getting older, okay? But even if you're young, take care of your skin. You don't have to make the face mask or going to I don't know, to the salon, okay? You don't need to do this. Just take care of your skin. I don't know, with some product for the skin. I wash my face in the morning with a detergent, and so just something very basic. Because then after a few years, when you will be 30, when you will be 40, when you will be 50. Then your skin will not look good if you're not taking care already now. So this doesn't mean that you will be gay, okay? So step out of this stupid mentality. So also how you dress. You can start dressing in another way. Maybe you are dressing in a too serious way. Maybe you're dressing with I don't know, too elegant way. It's not necessary if you're approaching but in general, when you're approaching girls in any kind of situation, it's not necessary to be too elegant. So if for example, until 2017, I was always approaching women with a t-shirt and not paying attention too much to how I was dressing. Then from 2018 I started always wearing a shirt. Also in every video I have a lot of shirts, a lot of white shirts, and I always wear this when I'm approaching women, and also for my everyday life, and also for work, because that's what I prefer. Okay, so you don't need to wear a shirt, but just consider also of changing how you're dressing. If you're dressing in a not very taking care way, for example, when I was in my beginning, I was like 19 years old or something like that. I was wearing shoes for going to run, for approaching women. I was wearing a backpack. I was wearing like a totally homeless style, which this will not make the difference. Okay, I'm just giving you a few advices, but don't think that this will make the difference, because I was still getting dates with models already in my first year, even if I was dressing in a shit way. Okay, because this is not what will make the difference. You can improve it, so everything that you can optimize, it has to be optimized, but don't think that this will make the difference. The other tips that I will give you will make the difference. And from here we get to the second tip, which is behave in a confident way. this is the best way to make a good first impression, behaving in a confident way. So you have to start working on your fears, your approach anxiety, your fear of getting rejected, your fear of being judged from the girl, from the other people around you when you will approach the girl. So until you're not removing these fears, you will never unlock the confidence inside of you. And you can start going for small victories to start building progressively the self-confidence. So start setting small goals, and when you will achieve these small goals, you will start feeling better about yourself, and your self-confidence will increase. For example, if you are still a beginner, if you never approached women in daytime situations, don't start with the goal, okay, today we'll go out and I have to have sex with a new girl, I have to get a phone number, I have to get a date. Don't think in that way. Of course, it's good to think in terms of results, especially in terms of sex, but if you are a beginner, don't aim too high in the beginning. Start setting a small goal, for example, making 5 approaches in one day, making 5 approaches in 1 week. If you never did it, it's already a big goal, okay? So start setting small goals, and when you will achieve these small goals, you will feel better, and then set the next goal. Then set the goal of getting a certain amount of phone numbers in a week, a certain amount of dates in a week, a certain amount of girls kissed in a week, a certain amount of girls that you had sex in a week. Okay, this is just an example, and as you proceed for small victories and as you achieve these small goals, you will feel better, and your self-esteem and your confidence will increase. It's actually not the same thing, self-confidence and self-esteem, but no, this is not the video. Then tip number 3 is bring fun to the conversation. This is another perfect way for making a good first impression, but to bring fun to the conversation, you have to be able to have fun already by yourself, okay? So ask to yourself, when it was the last time you really laughed? Okay, if it was not today or yesterday, there is actually a very big problem, okay? Because you have to also devote a part of your day to switch off your brain, and this many times it's difficult for people that are very busy with work, because we tend to be very focused with work, and we don't devote enough time also to switch off the brain, to have fun. So this actually sometimes it's challenging to schedule time in advance to have fun, to switch off your brain. But if you're not laughing on a daily basis, it's very difficult that you will be able to have fun when you're interacting with a girl, and so the consequence will be that you will not be able to bring fun to the conversation. So you have to start pushing your own buttons when you're interacting with a girl. You have to understand what is making you laugh. Okay, and use your own buttons before the approach, for example, or also when you're already in the conversation. For example, before the approach, to put yourself in a good state of mind. Okay, for example, I don't know, I remember I had a friend that he was always saying hello to random people in the street before starting approaching women. And he was just finding funny the reaction of people. He was just saying hello, someone was just ignoring him, someone was saying hello to him, someone was just making a face of like, what the fuck, someone was just smiling. And this was his way to starting getting worked up before approaching. Okay, this is just an example. You can also use something that you think it's funny and say it in a conversation, okay? So not only something that you can use before the conversation to put yourself in a good state of mind, but for example, when in your everyday life, when you are laughing for something, write on a note on your phone why you laughed and what made you laugh. For example, it can be something that you said, something that you saw in a TV series, something that someone said, okay? And try to use that also in the conversation with the girl. So, if you want to start dating new high-quality women you meet in your everyday life in just 90 days, click the link in the description below and schedule a free consultation call where I will create an individual step-by-step plan to reach your goal from your current situation.